Alright guys, so welcome to this new weekly vlog. So there's three things that I want to discuss with you this week, through the week. So the first one is a conversation that I had with a friend of mine / mentor of mine. This guy made more than $1 million in net profit with his small commodity trading company, and he's the only employee. So this guy has no employee and he pocket $1 million. So that's quite crazy. So, and we discussed basically what is the future of the commodity business, what is the future of niche commodity trading firm, so the stuff that we run. And I think that will be quite interesting for you guys to hear our reflection. Then the second point that I want to discuss is this massive arbitrage that there is right now in a small commodity. I will show you the arbitrage, I will explain what is going on and why there is this arbitrage. And maybe if you are well placed, you can pounce on this arbitrage. You'll see, the people that will be able to close this arbitrage are going to make so much money. But I can't do it, you will understand why. And I will basically lay down for you the full trade if you want to participate in it or not. And the last point that I want to discuss is why am I doing here? So I'm right now in Phuket, Thailand. This is not for vacation, this is not for work. It's just that I had to leave the last country that I was in a hurry because of some issues. Alright, plan for the day, so a little bit of sport and then fly to Singapore. Alright guys, so we are in Singapore. Let me show you the view from the... can we see something or not? Oh, this is a nice view of the city. You can see the rise of the city, modern and everything. And then you have the old building from, I guess, the colonial age. So it's a good picture of Singapore, the old and the new blending together. Or I've just received a message and that you want to know more about the guy that makes more than $1 million in profit in margin with a 1% commodity trading firm. So it seems like this is what you click to watch. So, all right, so let's get out, have some lunch with a business partner of mine, and then when I'll go back, I'll tell you more about this conversation. Okay, so look at the view, it's incredible. We are in the middle of a park, nature all over us, high rise in the background, crazy. I love that, man. Gym session is finished, the luminosity is a bit better, so I thought it was a good moment to start to discuss with you guys this conversation that I had with my friend / mentor, with the guy that basically pulled $1 million net margin per year with his solo commodity trading firm. And just to give a little bit more context, this guy is not new to the game. He worked as a senior trader in big commodity trading firms, so he knows how to play the game. He started his firm maybe 10 years, a bit less, 7 years ago. At the beginning, he struggled a little bit with his firm. He tried to replicate the model of the big firms with his small firm. Obviously, it didn't work. He had a lot of employees and so on. He struggled a lot. And a few years ago, he basically fired. I think he had to fire them because the company was running out of money or something like this. And then he started to work alone, and he started to see that working alone works well for what he was doing. So basically, he has two niches. He worked on a niche product in a niche geography, in a specific niche country. And in this country, I think this country basically brings him 50 or 70% of the net margin. He must be the, I think, top 2 biggest importer of this raw material / commodity. I'm sorry guys, I can't really disclose anything about about him. I mean, I guess you understand why. But yeah, so basically the guy found a specific small country, and in that country he import it's not really a niche commodity, and he knows so well all the people in that country, what type of product they like in that country, how the product should look, should taste. So over the year he became one of the top players in that country with his solo business. Basically, I just ask him, say, look, man, are you going to stay alone? Because now, obviously, you have the money to hire people with brains. What do you think about that? And basically, his answer was in twofold. The first one is like, he basically likes a lot to be alone and not to have to manage other people. So this is something that he was not really good at. In that part, he doesn't want to, but also he agrees that he missed a lot of things. He had a lot of issues in his business, he had a lot of claim, he had a lot of problem with logistics because he couldn't basically look at everything, you know, pushing contract, making sales, and at the same time handling all the volume of the trade. This is something that he struggled to do, and he was basically working 7 days a week to make it happen. So it was a bit challenging for him to do both, and he lost a lot of money because of that. But he also told me that even though he lost a lot of money, he never made that much money with his company. So yeah, he was torn because he could see that he will need someone in the future, especially to handle the operation part of the business, the admin part of the business, filing invoices and stuff like that. He will need someone. Now he uses a service provider for most of his business need. But even like that, you know, there is always problem. Service provider, they like accountant and so on, they down the line they will f you, and it's like it's always like this. Anyway, so we discuss it, and basically the way I see it, because I show him, I said, look man, for instance, why don't you send proper shipping instruction? You know, when you have a deal and you execute the deal, the operator will send shipping instruction, document instruction to the supplier, explaining exactly what needs to happen during this execution of this contract, how you want the document to be, how you want to book the containers or whatever. Even that he didn't do it, even though he knew that he had to, because I mean, he's from a big firm, you know how it works, but he never done that. He had a lot of issues because of it, or he sent shipping instruction, document instruction, but the supplier doesn't follow them. Obviously, people doesn't follow what you ask them. So a big part of the operation role is just to make sure that people follow up what you tell them to do, and they do them on time. So I showed him, I said, look, just use this AI prompt when you need to send your shipping instruction. And I showed him a little prompt on ChatGPT. I think with any AI tool it would work. I said, look, you just put those documents here, you just do this, and look what the ChatGPT could prepare. So obviously it was good at 50%, but still, half of the good is already work. So even though it's not there yet, I mean, it could save you a lot of time. And I was like, man, when you send the contract, when you get the contract signed and you know that this deal is going to happen, do this, man. You are in your admin time, do the shipping instruction, do the document instruction, ask any AI to help you do it faster, and just to change the detail that is not coherent with the current contract, and just send this. And I showed him that, and he was like, man, he was blown away. You know, he's way older, he's using a bit of AI, but he couldn't even imagine that we could use it for that use case. And so yeah, man, he was really happy and so on. We started to tweak a bunch of things, show him how he could use that, and then down the line during the conversation, we were like, I think the best model for niche commodity trading firm is to have only one employee. So you are the trader, the commercial executive, you handle all the problem in relation with counterparties, and then you have one person that helps you. And with this model, you need to have like a senior person. So you can't really have a junior, because junior wouldn't know the job, but you take a senior person, you pay them well, you said, look, you can stay at home, it's work from home. A lot of people, they have family, they don't want to go to the office and so on, and you know, they already know the job. So you take a senior person, you put them at work at home, they know their job, you are extremely specific about what they need to do, and that's it, man. And I think you have a highly functioning small commodity trading firm that can handle a lot of volume with you as a trader, as a guy that is going to speak with the banks, the financier, and so on. And you have someone solid at the operation that can do the admin, the operation, and or also maybe speak with the bank for the lower level task. And I think this is the model. You can really afford to pay them well. Like, I think even like 200K or something like this, man. If the guys make 1 million, I mean, maybe you can pay them like 10K a month or something like this, but you can really do that. And I think this is the best of world for everybody. Senior person at home with a kid, good salary, and do all the operations, can handle a lot of volume, and then you as a trader. And during the conversation, I was also thinking about the other guys within our community. I mean, some of them are starting to pull good numbers, and again, they are all alone. I really think that a niche commodity trading firm can be competitive, make a lot of money for their owners, and stay extremely small. The only issue that I see with this new model is that how do you train the young people? How do you train those guys? Because you can have someone working at home, a senior that understands the job, it's okay. But you can't have a young kid working at home. The guy doesn't know what he has to do, he will do mistakes. They need to be next to you, to your office. I think this is the only issue with this model, is like, how do you train young people? Because what I like with commodity trading is like, it's an international business. You don't need an office. It's like an online business, but it's not online, it's on the physical world. But you still have a freedom of living wherever you want, freedom of doing whatever you want. You don't have to be stuck to an office. So I really like that part, and it's not online. So the competition is less, man. The online world is crazy, man. You can get competed away from a bunch of kids in Nigeria, in India, wherever in the world, man. Online business is brutal. I think physical business, after a few years, you have a better moat, because there's usually more risk in the physical world than in the online world. But anyway, so my point is, with this model, you can really create a sustainable, big cash flow generating company with very, very little employee. The only issue is this: how do you train young people? So obviously I have the Shipping Commodity Academy, but then they need to be trained on the job. So this is a part that I don't get, because for that you will need to have people in the office to be trained. So that's it. That was my reflection with my friend. I mean, props to him. What he's doing is shy of incredible, and it also shows the power of niching down. This guy niched down on a geography, on one specific country, very tough country by the way, and he also niched down on a very specific commodity, and in that commodity he does a very specific grade, so that he knows better than anybody on earth. And being the top at those two niches, this country and this specific product, he can make I mean, he's making a lot of money. Yeah, man. So that's the model, and now it's like how you can apply this model. All right, so that was my little feedback about this conversation that I had. So today we have again a lot of meetings in Singapore. We're going to see a supplier from one of the previous deals. Maybe you will recognize this junkyard. A bunch of meetings with bankers, business people, and so on. And tomorrow, is it tomorrow or after tomorrow? When am I going back to Malaysia? No, tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I'm going back to Malaysia. I still need to tell you about this massive opportunity arbitrage. I need to prepare a little bit. I will, when I have like 30 minutes in front of me in front of a computer, I will show the different tabs, the different prices. I will explain the arbitrage and the massive arbitrage possibilities and what you would need to do in order to capture it. I can't. Maybe some people will watch this video and will capture this arbitrage and will be king of the world. This is what I wish for you. All right, let's get on with that. All right, we are back in the industrial part of Singapore. Let's get in some trouble. Yeah, it's a real work, you know?
No, because
Oh, and then you get all the copper. So this is a machine to open the motors?
Yes.
But man, you can kill someone with that, man. You can put his head, check. This motor is too big for your machine, but can you do it manually?
Yeah, we're going to do it this weekend.
Ah, but it takes time.
Yes.
Ah, this is good. Why is there this?
我今天本来来啊，但是我现在在场地，我在跟客户啊。
So I'm done playing at the junkyard, and let's speak about the incredible arbitrage that there is right now. First, looks like this nice message from a Shipping and Commodity Academy student. Hi Damien, I'm enrolled in your Shipping and Commodity Academy. I've already learned so much. Your course gives amazing insight into the industry. Thank you for making such a course, man. You're welcome. All right, let's speak about the arbitrage. Look at this. So there is this metal antimony ingot that is worth, yeah, this is without VAT, this is in VAT. So there is this metal, antimony ingot, worth roughly 23,000 US dollar per metric ton in China. So this is the product in China. So this is Chinese brand. So this is the cost of the product in China. You can see this is a Shanghai metal market. So this is the price in China. All right, so let's write it here. So China price 23,000. All right, USD per metric ton. All right. So this is the price in China. Now let's look at the price here. So we have the same antimony ingot here in Rotterdam, and the price is basically 57,500 US dollar per metric ton. Crazy. So we have the Rotterdam price for the same product, 500 USD. All right. So why is this such a difference in price? So I'm asking you the question: why is there two ingots, same ingot? In China, the price is 23,000 metric ton, and in Rotterdam, the same ingot is 57,500 metric ton. So double the price. So you can well, imagine the opportunities of arbitrage. So basically, you buy this ingot in China, ship it to Rotterdam or to anybody in Europe or in the US, and you can sell it for double the price. Let's imagine that we can do this trade, so we can buy 25 metric ton of ingot in China, so 25 times, and we can resell it for 57,000. Let's be a bit less greedy, so 25 metric ton, and we said that we can only make 21,000 US dollar margin. So let's, on one container, all right? So basically the margin will be $500,000 on one container. If you can do this arbitrage, you could make $500,000 US. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. So, guys, why is there this arbitrage? What do you think? What is happening in this world that cannot allow this arbitrage to be closed? And to give a bit more information about antimony, antimony is a metal used as a flame retardant. I think it's used a little bit in technology and in very specific use case. It's not like a huge metal like copper or something like this, but it's used in very specific use case. So why guys? Why is there this arbitrage? All right, so I will give it to you. So basically, the reason of this arbitrage is most of the antimony in the world is refined in China. So I think 70%, 80% of the capacity. And China banned the export of antimony ingot. They are not allowed to export the ingot. So this is why we have one block with a high level of production and no demand, or only the internal demand. Price is 23,000, and a block which is starving for antimony ingot, because as you can imagine, it takes time to build refinery capacity outside of China. So now it's getting, we are getting there, but it still takes time. And on the other block, this other metal is worth 58,000 US. It's to show you there that now with this instability in geopolitics, anything could happen and stuff like that. Imagine if you are a guy that had a little stock of antimony in Europe, and then you learn about the CCP ban of antimony, and your stock just doubled. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. So obviously, with such a big price difference, I'm sure there are Chinese that are trying to export the antimony under another name, trying to screw people at the customs, so then they can resell it in the rest of the world. Obviously, with such a difference of prices, I'm sure some people are trying to do this. I'm going to tell you that those guys must have like steel ball, because you don't want to spend your life in a Chinese jail, man. I don't think the risk reward is there, but anyway, I'm sure some people will do it. So yeah, so these are massive geographical arbitrage that we cannot close because of regulation. And honestly, if that were another country than China, I would be pretty sure that a lot of people would bypass the regulation, try to smuggle the product out and so on. But as it is China, and you know they have quite a tight fist in terms of rules and regulation, yeah, there's not a lot of product that is getting smuggled. So nobody can really close this arbitrage. So yeah, crazy time we're living, All right, so about me, it's already almost 8 p.m. in Singapore, going to have a lunch. I think we have someone to see there tonight, yes. Then tomorrow a bunch of meeting, and then flying back to Malaysia and see if they will let me get in. So I'm at Changi Airport in Singapore. Man, Singapore, anywhere you go in this airport, you want to charge your phone, you know, you can use those things. And Singapore is the only airport where everywhere you want to charge, you can, and it works. I can tell you, in all the other airports, it never works. Singapore. All right, so I'm about to board and going to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.